What's up, everybody? Kirby here, and today I'll be doing a review on the 2007 computer animated movie, which is, of course, a DreamWorks movie, and it stars Jerry Seinfeld. And that movie would be Bee Movie. So the plot for Bee Movie is it's about an ordinary bee named Barry B. Benson, who's voiced by comedy legend Jerry Seinfeld, who recently graduated from college along with his best friend Adam, played by Matthew Broderick. And and basically, because they graduated from college, they are introduced to this uh, to this like company called Honix, where it's a place where bees who, like, after they graduate from college, get to work there. It's basically Honix is like a bee factory where they where bees start producing honey and all that. Um, but then Barry learns that once he accepts a job, he can't really change it because once he gets a job, uh, it's unchangeable, which means he would basically have that job for the rest of his life, and Barry basically did not want that. And then and then Barry and Adam came across these guys called the pollen stalks, which is those bees who fly outside the hive and collect these things from flowers called pollen, which is what bees obviously need. Barry actually felt pretty interested about being a pollen stalk. Adam didn't think it was a good idea though. Uh, and then the next day, Barry decided uh, to go along with the pollen stalks, and he flew out of the hive for the very first time, and Barry really enjoyed being outside the hive for the very first time. But then, of course, Barry ends up at like a tennis court, and his body gets stuck to one of the tennis balls, and that's where he ends up at like an apartment balcony, where he then meets this woman named Vanessa, voiced by Renee Zellweger, who ended up saving Barry's life. And and even though there's actually a law from Barry's kind that bees should not be allowed to talk to humans, but then Barry actually started talking to Vanessa, and they actually both start to get into a relationship. And then the next day, Barry and Vanessa go to a grocery store where Barry finds out that that humans have been stealing honey from bees the entire life, and Barry wants to do a big investigation about that, and wants to um uh, get to the whole bottom of it. And then, of course, uh uh Barry puts the humans who make the honey on trial. Like, he sues them, and of course, like, Barry ends up winning the lawsuit. But then defense attorney Leighton T. Montgomery, voiced by John Goodman, warns Barry that things would end up being a disaster if bees just uh not produce honey anymore. That's basically how I can explain the whole plot of Bee Movie. So what do I think of Bee Movie? Yeah, I gotta say, it is a really good movie. I, I remembered really liking it as a kid, and I still like that movie to this day. It has pretty good humor. I think some of the humor still holds up, and the voice acting's pretty good, and it has a really good plot too. And like, I even like the message of the movie. Like, the message of B Movie is basically like all about like basically it's it's all about bees and flowers, and that of how plants and flowers need bees, so that way the world can have better air and energy, like better air quality as well as energy quality. It's kind of almost like climate change, if you know what I'm saying. And and I thought Sherry Seinfeld did a really good job voicing Barry. Although, to tell you all the truth, I'm not really a fan of the sitcom called Seinfeld. I always felt that the sitcom is kind of overrated to me. But, my parents do love that sitcom. I like Jerry Seinfeld, but I don't like him in the TV show Seinfeld. I just like him as Barry in the B Movie. I thought Matthew Broderick was pretty good too, as well as Renee Zellweger. However, the only two characters I really did not like were Mr. Montgomery and even Vanessa's ex-boyfriend Ken, in which Ken is voiced by the same guy who voiced Joe from Family Guy, which of course that being Patrick Warburton. Yeah, I didn't really like those characters, and I didn't really think Patrick Warburton or John Goodman did not do a good job with supporting roles in B Movie, in my opinion anyway. Oh yeah, and what's also really iconic about the B Movies that, like, a lot of you might notice, years later the B Movie pretty much became a meme, and the most iconic quote of the movie is, "You like jazz?" Yeah, I think a lot of you might remember that meme. And a line even, "You like jazz?" Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, that line pretty much never gets old, and I can understand why it became a successful and iconic meme. Yeah. So, overall, I pretty much have nothing else to say about B Movie. I mean, if you're a DreamWorks fan like me, or if you like Jerry Seinfeld, yeah, I totally recommend B Movie. It's actually a pretty underrated DreamWorks movie. You'll definitely enjoy B Movie. It has, like I said, it has a good plot and pretty good acting and pretty solid humor. And so yeah, overall, I'm giving B Movie an 8 out of 10 stars. A pretty good and underrated DreamWorks movie from 2007. Thank you all for watching and listening to my review on B Movie. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is me saying peace out.